Hi, well this week I wanted to focus on getting back to some basics. So the first 10-minute workout for August will focus on some of the really basic Pilates principles and really that connection with your pelvis and your spine and the core working together that are the same muscles and movements that you're going to need to be aware of on the horse. Get started by laying down on our backs. And we're just going to go ahead and lay down and do some breathing and pelvic movement exercises, but we can start with that lateral breathing. So put your hands on your rib cage, and we're going to go ahead and just relax your body in neutral position, just your natural spine position. Take an inhale and feel your rib cage move out to the side. And on the exhale, pull the ribs back in as you pull your navel down toward your spine. And continue and do that again. Inhale and exhale. Pull the rib cage in and pull your navel to spine. Now notice I'm pulling my navel in, but I am not jamming my back onto the mat and tilting my pelvis. I'm keeping the pelvis in neutral and just pulling the spine toward my belly button. So again, inhale and exhale. Tighten up the core, pulling everything together, pulling the rib cage together, but not coming out of that neutral position. So you should still be able to balance your teacup here on your pelvis. So one of the key fundamentals of Pilates is being able to realize that that difference from pulling your navel down to your spine while jamming your back into the mat and tipping your pelvis, or being able to do that without moving out of the neutral position, which is what we want. So one more breath. Inhale, relax your shoulders, and exhale. So let's just do a couple of pelvic movements. We'll work on the pelvic clock exercise. So you're just going to tilt your pelvis down toward your knees, and that's going to make your back arch up a little bit more, and then go in the reverse direction, tilting your pelvis back toward you, which is going to flatten your back down on the mat. And then again, tilt the pelvis away from you. Watch your shoulders from creeping up and tilt the pelvis back to you. And this is actually a very nice and relaxing movement for the back. And so one more of those, and then we're going to come back to the neutral position. So you're really at your start position here. And from here, we're going to try the pelvic clock. So tipping your hips to, if you picture your clock being 12 o'clock on your belly button, and 6 o'clock down in your pubic bone, and then 3 and 9. So if we're going to, on the hip bones, so if we're going to start our clock up at 12, go ahead and tilt it up toward you at 12, and then over to 3, down to 6, over to 9, and back to 12. And try the same direction again. Over to 3, down to 6, over to 9, and back to 12. And now let's reverse it. From 12, we go over to 9, down to 6, over to 3, and back to 12. And again like that. Over to 9, down to 6, over to 3, and back to 12. And you can really feel everything in your back really does sort of stretch out when you go through that activity. And it seems difficult to do while you're sitting here. It's like, am I turning my body, without letting my knees go all the way over? So don't worry about how far you're able to tilt and move right to left. Just worry about being able to feel those motions and go through those motions of the pelvic clock. Okay, so just bring it back to neutral now. So we're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, let's just lift our right leg up into tabletop. And now when we lift our left leg up, we are going to go into the supported position, which is pulling the belly button down to the spine, but also pulling the spine down to the mat to lift the left leg up. So now we're supported and there's no space here in our lower back. So on the inhale, we're going to drop our right toe toward the mat, and on the exhale, lift it back up. And then left. Inhale, and exhale, lift. And inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift. And all the focus is right here on the core. Everything is strong. The ribs are pulled in. And let's alternate one more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Let's hold up in tabletop. Bring your hands out to the side and just put your fingertips down on the floor. We're going to bring our knees over to the right, staying in your supported position. Really strong. Don't let this happen. Pull everything back in. Inhale, we drop the knees over to the right. Exhale, back up to center, really using your obliques, getting those involved. Inhale over to the left, and exhale, center. And again, inhale to the right, exhale, center, and inhale, left. Exhale, center, holding it right here. We'll take our time and drop one foot and then the other foot back down onto the mat. Let's bring your hands behind your head and just give your neck a little traction. Pull your head away from your shoulders. And we're going to just do some mini crunches, so you can move your feet in a little bit, and we're going to focus on the pelvis on this exercise. So when you do your crunch, we'll make sure that we're not tilting the pelvis and lifting it off the floor back toward you. We're trying very hard to maintain our neutral position, so just pulling the belly button into the spine and exhale lift without tilting your pelvis. And so that's also without really gripping and using your glutes and your quads to do this exercise. So inhale, bring it back. We focus just on the core. Exhale, lift just on the abs and the back. Inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale and exhale, lift up. And bring it down. And exhale, up. And inhale, exhale, lift. Now hold it up here and twist to the right, keeping your elbows wide. And exhale back to center. And twist to the left. Again, don't let the arms come in like this. Keep them wide. And back to center. And over. And back. So look down at your pelvis and make sure that that is staying neutral. And you're being able to balance your teacup right there. And we're really engaging those abs. Inhale. And exhale. And one more each way. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so you can nod your head from side to side, and we're going to get ready for our 100. So we're going to add a little variation to the 100. Let's start with the legs in tabletop, getting back into that nice supported position. And on the inhale, we're going to be staying in the tabletop position, and when we do the pumps on the exhale, you'll be shooting out or up. And so we'll continue to go back and forth through those positions. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3, 3, 4, 5. Out. Make sure you're staying supported. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. If you need a rest, just go straight up. 5 and 7, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. Long fingers. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 9, 2, 3, 4, 5 out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10, 2, 3, 4, 5 out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and pull the legs in. Rest your head again. You can nod your head from side to side. We're going to stretch the legs nice and long and the arms long. And let the rib cage open for a minute and just to feel the difference. Feel what that is like. If you're standing and you're sitting or you're riding and you're poofing your chest out and you're letting your rib cage open, that's completely different from being tall and lifted while keeping the rib cage closed and pulled in and pulling the belly in. So we go from that open position to bringing the arms up a bit. That brings everything back in and tightened up. So here's our start position for the roll up. Inhale, and on the exhale, lifting the head, lift the shoulder blades, pull the belly in, and reach it forward, stretching. And then on the exhale, let's go nice and slow again down, placing one bone at a time, down onto the mat, and inhale, stretch. Exhale, reach. Lower back down, taking our time not to plop down onto the mat. Inhale, stretch, and exhale, reach. All right, we're going to go faster, but that doesn't mean that you're going to use momentum. We're just speeding it up for the next 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, and reach. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, reach. Let's do one more. Roll it down. Inhale and exhale, reach, and stay sitting up. So you may need to adjust your pants like I do.